What's up, guys? It's been a little bit. Just been working on the Volvo and some other things I'm doing on the side. And basically, where I'm at is I took the whole front suspension out because I have poly bushings to go in, and I'm kind of just tidying everything up. So I took, upper, lower control arms. The shocks are on the ground over there. I saw this spring's actually broke off. You can kind of see right there. It was already broken in there, so that's no good. I am going to be getting some progressive springs for this thing in the future. Hopefully, before I get everything, the motor and all that stuff, I'll have springs and all that. So right now, I'm grinding down the shock towers and the spring perches and all that. I'm gonna get it coated with some paint on there. And while I'm doing this side, we all know the driver's side is a bit more rusty than the passenger side for some reason, and that doesn't stop here. So this band, basically, I'm sure this is a factory defect kind of thing. It somehow got water in there. I don't know what's going on here, but that's not a very good design. So this thing is just filled with rust. There's two layers to it. So this is the outside, or the inside layer, and that's the outside. And the inside layer seems pretty good, actually. I don't know. The inside layer seems pretty good. I can't really feel it too much because there's rubber in there, but at least like the tops are good. I'm just gonna weld in some 1/8 inch right here and see if I can contour it to that, just to keep the strength. It's gonna need all the strength it can get. Yeah, so I took the control arms out and I was cleaning them all up. They were actually pretty good. I mean, just really grimy and greasy in there, but I got all that stuff flap disked, and I just painted them all. They're all black. Couldn't get those sway bar links off, but it's all good. It's all pretty clean, nice and black. Just looks like it's from the factory. Not too much rust on these guys, and whatever rust there was, I got it mostly knocked down with the flap disc. So these things are almost ready to go back in. Just let them dry a little bit longer. I'm gonna see if I can get the lower control arm bushings out on my own. If not, I'll just take it to someone that can press them out and press new ones in. I have the poly bushings for the upper mounts, or the upper control arms. Now the reason I've been taking so long with this is I'm basically trying to do this on a budget, so I'm looking for all the best deals. I mean, a budget for one person is completely different budget for the other person. So some people don't mean getting the cheapest things they can get, but to me, I think it's more being efficient with what I buy, because I still want it to be a nice handling and a quick little car. But I mean, some people spend their budget completely different. I'm trying to do it pretty efficiently, so I'm scouring Craigslist, and that's how I got the engine. That's how I'm going to get the diff and the tires and everything, the wheels. That's all mostly going to be through Craigslist. The only thing I'm going to buy new is really just like the poly bushings and ball joints and all that stuff. And the springs are going to be brand new, that kind of stuff. But so I'm basically trying to do everything on a budget. Yeah, so basically I'm on a budget and I'm trying to make a little bit of side money. What I've been doing is buying and selling cars. Only a couple so far. This is really only my second one, but it's a 2000 Mitsubishi Montero. It's the Endeavor model, so it's basically fully loaded. And now I know these cars pretty well because, well, I have another one. It's a 1995, and that's my baby. That thing's a beast. I love that car. That was my daily driver for 2 years in high school and another year of college. But this car is kind of what I'm selling. Since I know them inside and out, it's pretty easy for me to work on it. I did the water pump, timing belt, cam seals, alternator, basically everything under the hood to get it up to par from years of not getting the service that it needs. So this one, it's actually for sale now. I'm selling it, and it's pretty much ready to go. I mean, it's all pretty nice. I got a good deal on it, and I'm selling it to get money for my project car, of course. And hopefully it sells pretty soon, because I I don't want, I know where I'm getting my transmission from already, so I don't want that guy, I don't want him to end up selling it because I'm taking too long with this. So just hopefully it sells pretty soon, and you guys are going to start getting some more videos once I get the transmission in here, because then I'll build the rest of the car. So with the money from that, with the money from that car getting sold, I'll be able to buy the transmission, diff, the whole axle, and I'll shorten all that. What? That's my dog. So yeah, I'll buy the axle and all that stuff, and hopefully I'll fix all this stuff. It'll be a solid car once I get that money, and I'll be able to put the motor in here and kind of test fit it and make mounts and all that stuff, and transmission mounts, and cut the tunnel. Basically everything is held up here with the transmission. So that's kind of where we're at there. I don't know if I'm gonna end up making a video on me pressing in bushings and that stuff. It's not that interesting, but right now I'm gonna get to work on this rusty spot, because that is my job now, is fixing rust. 95% of what I've done with this car is fix rust and paint brake calipers red. So we're gonna get going on that. So it actually did go through both layers here. I'm just gonna pound it out, see if I can get this cap off. Now we're going to see if I can weld a piece onto here and bend it across and weld onto that. That's ideal. I mean, not ideal. Ideal with it not being rusty. But so yeah, we're going to see if I can get a piece of metal to weld onto this side, weld onto that side, and just see if I can cap it off. I don't think it's that big of a deal, because the load is up here mostly, and I'll still have a cap on it there, so it'll keep it from moving, and then I'll weld more down here across. So feeling pretty good about this. This should be alright. just wish I wouldn't have to even waste my time on it, but can't have everything. This is basically how I'm doing it. I already welded in a sheet or a little piece of 1/8 inch right there, so that's strong. And this is just, it's actually a piece of the floorboard I cut out, some like a good piece of it, and I just tack welded it along that because there's a hole. There's a hole right here underneath that, so I'm just gonna form it around there. Hey guys, so yesterday I left off with me fixing a little bit of rust here in the shock tower, kind of shock hoop area, or spring perch, and my battery died on the camera, so I couldn't record me doing all of it, but this is kind of what we got going on here. I have, let's see, it's a little rough, but I have 1/8 inch plate here, kind of wrapped it around, formed it to this shock hoop. Or spring perch. I keep saying shock hoop. This is a shock hoop, even though it's not a hoop. And then a little piece of actually floor material, that like a nice piece that I cut out, and I formed that to this, grinded it all down. So now I'm going to see if I can get some 2/8 inch or an 1/8 inch strip down here to weld to the top of this, make it all nice and just as strong as it was before, and then probably another piece of 1/8 inch I'll put right in here. So this is, I mean, it wasn't super hard to do all this, so I'm not too angry about it. It's kind of how it is. I mean, I still got a lot more, there's more rust everywhere, basically. Everywhere you look, there's more rust. So hopefully I can get all that stuff fixed. I did fix this little strip here. And then I got the fenders to deal with, so that'll be fun. But it's not that big of a deal to me. I think I can do it. And I got all the control arms painted. It's all ready to go basically. I need to get the bushings pressed in, and that's about it. So I'm going to keep recording. I'm going to keep do the rest of this spring perch and shock hoop and stuff. So stay tuned for that.
Cue tracks.
Around this shock hoop, something like that, and then have another strip coming down on it, and another piece right here. So I don't know if this is enough, but I'm going to go form that, see if I can get it bent, and bend it there and weld her up. Alright, so I got a couple pieces of metal formed, so this is going to go, it's hot, I just grinded it, so it's going to go up like that. I got to form it a little bit better, like that, and then I got this piece of the strap, and it'll go down like that, and then this is an 1/8 inch already, so I don't really need to put anything from there to the bottom, but I'll put something on the bottom of there, just to have it, and yeah, so I gotta form this piece a little bit more after I grinded a bunch off. That piece is pretty good. So we're almost good on this. Alright, so I got this all formed up, ready to go on there. Put a little bit of contour to this side to match up to there. But yeah, basically it's just gonna go like that. Just like that. It's hard to see. I'll tack it up and make sure everything looks good. This isn't such a big deal on here though. It's already very strong, but but I'm just doing it just to do it. So I don't want it to not be there. Oh, yep, that fits on there like that. And we'll get this guy, sandwich him in there. Weld it all up, grind it down. Let's do it. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get this welded up. Or at least tacked on. Looks pretty good. That went in pretty well. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. It's pretty even, pretty straight there. So I'll just go ahead and weld this all up, and then we'll get to grinding and building this bottom piece. Okay, so here's what I got. I got the strip down there. Oop. The strip right there. It's very hard to see. It's a little hard to weld since I said that middle part is kind of thinner stuff. Oh, that's welded up there. I'm just going to grind all that down. That's why I did it in segments and not one full pass. So we'll just grind that down. I want to make it look flush. Kind of hidden strength in there. We're going to add a little piece down here. Alright, so this is the finished product. I grinded it a lot just to try and smooth it out a little bit. I mean, it's fixed. I'm going to paint it black. I left that one weld because it was pretty nice. But everything else, I just grinded it all down. Just trying to make it look like the other side, which is, I mean, this side I just painted it, so, but, yep, all good. Now I gotta paint it and it'll look good. Paint it when it's hot and it'll dry faster. So that's what I'm gonna do here. Clean it up a little bit and paint it. Alright guys, so that is it for this episode. Alright guys, so that's it for today. Just talking to you guys about my budget and all the stuff I'm trying to get, and transmission update, and fixing this rust too. So that's all painted up. It just looks stock, I guess. Just way more shiny than stock. So I ended up, someone stopped to look at my car I have for sale down there. It's hard to see. I have a car for sale down there by the street and someone stopped. So that's why I'm wearing something different. But so that's about it for today. Hopefully in the next video I still have another surprise. So stay tuned for that. And I'll see you guys in the next one.